Inspiration. Morning Tea with Black Westchester's Damon K. Jones, where life, culture, community, and faith come together.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. This is the Morning Tea, and I am Black Westchester publisher Damon K. Jones, and welcome this morning, man. I hope everybody is doing great. Hope everybody is doing great this Friday morning. And I'm trying to just share. Trying to see when it's going to load up here. Friday morning. Trying to see where it's going to load up so I can do some things that we have to do to make sure some people can watch. So thank you. We are live on X, YouTube, and Instagram, Facebook. And X. So good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful night, and we all plan to have a great weekend. I'm not gonna stay on long. Good morning, Instagram. What's happening over there on Instagram? Good morning. I'm not gonna stay here long, but I just want to have a quick discussion because we get caught in echo chambers from what a lot of times the media talks about things that really ain't important to black folks. You know, first of all, I hope we all said our prayers this morning and took our vitamins and meditated this morning, because we're gonna have a rough year if we are not unified as a people and we don't have an agenda as a people. Because if you look at the landscape, you know, as I always said, that this war that's going on ain't even about black folks. We just being used as pawns because we don't have a collective agenda. I'm going to say that again. We do not have a collective agenda. You know, I ask everybody, what is the agenda of Black America? What's the agenda of Black America? What is our position on economic development? What is our position on changing our schools? What is our position on public safety? What is our position on job creation? What is our position on creating institutions? We don't have a national agenda. Every other ethnic group has an agenda, but we do not have an agenda. And this is why we continue to be last on the totem pole, because we allow other people to tell us what our agenda is. And I'm not jamming nobody. I'm not saying this party is better than that party, because it really doesn't matter if black people do not have a national agenda, agenda that they understand as a body that votes. Right? The Bible says two are better than one. So imagine if many come together as one. Now, some people that are watching, if y'all lived in Westchester and you were privy to watch the Congressman Bowman election, you literally saw, and this is not knocking, our Jewish brothers and sisters, but you literally saw how they came together, how they said community before party. They even had they even had a website that said community before party. So what did that tell you? As a community, they had an agenda. They had an agenda as an community. And then they took their agenda and they used the party to move forward on their agenda. So why can't the most educated black people in the world, why can't America's largest consumers, which is black folks, of goods and services, have a national agenda? We don't have an agenda for local politics, state politics, or national politics. We just go and vote. We go and vote for what sounds good. We go and vote for what sounds good. What's the old saying, right? When you have a plan, well, who fails the plan plans to fail. That's it. Who fails the plan plans to fail. So if we don't have a plan as a people, we're always going to fail. And then what we do is we get caught in the echo chamber of what they protest profiteers who always want to run their mouth but never submit anything, never try to change policy, never add to the policy change, because you have to have policy change. If you're going to change your communities, you have to have policy change. But because we don't have an agenda, how do we change policy? How do we change policy? And that's the question here for the morning tea. I don't want to hear about Republicans. I don't want to hear about the January 6th rioters being pardoned, because that's not going to do anything for the black community. It's not going to change anything for the black community. Good morning, Jack. Good morning. I got a little time to come on this Friday because I'm about to get on this plane. But I wanted to talk, man, like that has no effect on the black community. I think you should take, I was usually taking 2 capsules, but then I boosted up to 3. That's me. Whatever, Jack, I'm going to, I guess you send a link, you get the 30% off. But I take 2 capsules. I got to look at the bottle, actually. I take 2, but then I upped it to 3. But that's me. That's me. But did you get the 30%? I hope you got the 30% off code, brother. You could get it 30% off at Vita Health Nutrition. But we got to get with our vitamins, brother. And for all y'all that are wondering about the question, I did a Wellness Wednesday and talked about vitamins and minerals and even supplements that, okay, great. My man, great. Vitamin, minerals, and supplements that black men need to start taking. We need to start taking care of ourselves in 2025. It's a must that we take care of ourselves. But I wanted to, man, it's 8:30. I got to get up out of here. But I wanted to really quick talk about something that nobody started talking about yet, which is a major executive order that Trump did, was labeling the drug cartels terrorists. Now, if any other executive order is going to affect the black community, it's going to be that one. No, I'm not worried about no DEI. I'm not worried about forcing white companies to hire black people when we should be having our own companies by now. We should be having our own stuff. Pharaoh has let us go. I want to say that again. Pharaoh has let us go. And a lot of the old ones believing in the old ways is just going to be just like in the Bible with Moses, where God let them wander throughout the desert till the old ones died off for the new ones to be free. Because we're still stuck in old ways. We're not talking about institutional building. We're worried on others to make our communities a decent place to live. See, we know how to do it when we go into white neighborhoods, in white cities. We got a piece of trash, we walk it to the garbage can and we put it in the garbage. We come in our community, we throw it on the ground. We're so programmed, we're learned to respect other communities instead of respecting ours. We have to change our mindset, man. The only way our communities are going to grow I do agree. I do agree. But let me tell you, if Trump does 50% of what he said, the Democratic Party will never get the national politics era back. It's over. Because they're not talking about economic development. And you know what? I can't say that we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. We're not proposing how to get black communities up and thriving. We're not doing the proposal. We're stuck on individualism. How do I get my paper? How do I get my paper? I got to get my paper. Instead of saying collectively, how do we get our paper? How does the community grow? We're stuck on individualism. Other ethnic groups move as a group. They move as a group. That's why their communities look different. We could blame racism, but how do you blame racism when you have black cities and there's nothing but black people in charge? How do you do that? How do you do that? I said years ago when I was living in Mount Vernon, wasn't a damn Republican pissing in my hallway or breaking the mirror on my car or playing dice out in the street in front of children or robbing and stealing from old people. It wasn't no Republicans. It was people who look like me and you. So we're going to sit here, we're going to sit here and not have self-accountability to what we have to do for our communities. It's our job to make the community safe. It ain't the government's job. It's our job to protect our young girls and to protect our young boys. It ain't the government's job. If we so worried about DEI, then let's stop buying products from these companies. We spend $1.6 or $1.5 trillion a year buying products. Black people, we are the country's largest consumers. Then stop. What are we complaining about? We could change it overnight, but we don't have the unity. And then we're led astray by pastors that are getting paid, by so-called public advocates that get paid. But we get distracted because we got these people that are getting paid on social media pointing at the other side while they're getting paid to keep us looking the other way. When do we get it together? We got the Masons, we got the sororities, we got the fraternities, we got a lot of education, and we don't have real national institutions. We got sprinkles here and sprinkles there. So what have we been doing for the last 100 years? Because we own more real estate in 1910 than we do now in 2024. And let's not use the white man as an excuse because we're making a lot more money. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jack. Absolutely. 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 We have to put economic education back in our school systems. We have to put economic education back in our school systems. Absolutely. My brother. How you doing, man? How you doing? Hope all is well. Hope the family is well. That's right. The victim mentality. And you know what, brother, come out? Yo, they play on the victim mentality. So we walk around feeling like we victims with our Louis Vuitton bags and our Mercedes Benzes, and we're victims. We're not victims. We have all the power. Like, I don't understand with black people. We have all the power. So when do we get it together? The question is, when we going to get it together? Listen, man, I love black folks. From the rooter to the tutor. But as I get older, I started pulling myself away from this because we just going in circles. When I joined, when I got the job in corrections in 1990, and in about 1992, 1993, I went to my first National Black Police Association conference, man. And it was so many black men and women and you know, they was having a meeting and they was talking that stuff. They was talking that stuff. No, Jack, man, that's the way the shirt's made. That's the way the shirt's made. That's the way the shirt's made, man. So they was talking that stuff. And yo, literally, I felt like y'all gotta understand, man, by the time 1990, so the black officers that had 20 and some odd years in, they came out of the Black Power era, the Civil Rights era. These guys was thinking different. They were thinking different than they were now. So I really felt, you know, we was just around the corner on freedom. Because no better group of people to help the black community than conscious black men and women that already got guns. That was my feeling. 30 some odd years later, all I see is Negroes just
circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro polka dot, Afro.
That's all I see Negroes doing.
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro polka dot, Afro.
That's all I see Negroes doing now. Scared to speak up. Scared to call a spade, scared to call balls and strikes. Just trying to get their money. And our community is just being destroyed. Our community is just, yo, Jack. Yo, check it out, Jack.
Circus, Afro circus, Afro
That's
circus,
it.
Afro polka dot, Afro.
That's it. That's all I see, brother, is our communities being destroyed. And then because we have no institutions, we're left to sell our soul to get a job. That's why we're fighting for DEI instead of fighting for owning institutions. So let me get this straight. I just want to go to something real quick. Let me see if I could bring this over. Okay. So I wanted to talk about real quick, and then I'm out of here. Trump. Yes. Absolutely. 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 So Trump's executive order on drug cartels. This is what I just want to say real quick. This is what's going to affect the black community. See, because y'all little Negroes that's running around here in gangs, y'all going to be labeled as and mothers, fathers, if you got your child, he out here in the gang, flashing signs and doing crip walks and all that, they're going to be labeled a terrorist. See, this is what needs to be talked about. But they worried about some January 6th pardons. This is what needs to be talked about. This is what's going to happen. So this executive order is labeling drug cartels as terrorists. And the counterterrorism laws broaden federal capabilities, enabling prosecutors to dismantle not only individual actors, but entire criminal networks. Collaborative programs such as the Organized Crime Drug Law Enforcement Task Force facilitate the sharing of intelligent resources between federal and local agencies, enhancing the capacity of unfunded local police departments to address criminal enterprises. Many U.S. gangs, including MS-13, Bloods, and other regional outfits, if they maintain direct ties to Mexican and Central America cartels, these partnerships often involve smuggling of drugs across the border, distribution narcotics domestically, and enforcing cartel influence on American soil. The executive order could effectively criminalize a wider range of activities by targeting these alliances. For instance, even nonviolent logistical support, such as transporting, could qualify as aiding terrorist organizations, leading to escalated legal consequences. Furthermore, the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Act, RICO, could see expanded application in conjunction with terrorism laws, enabling prosecutors to dismantle all you little Negro gangbangers. All you little Negro gangbangers. So we need to understand the significance of this, because we too worried about DEI and worried about January 6th pardons, then what's about to come down on the black community with our children that are involved in gangs. They're going to be labeled terrorists. And ain't nothing you could do about it, mama, when they grab your son. Might as well kiss him goodbye, because he ain't never going to come home. So we have to understand that. And guess what? Police departments are going to welcome it, and cities are going to welcome it, because they don't have no resources. We got high crime, people shooting, people doing this. Cats don't care they're in gangs. We got to understand how serious this is. But nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to talk about it. So it's going to be very unfortunate. So the article's on Black Westchester, man. Please go to Black Westchester and read this article. Trump's executive order on drug cartels, a game changer for law enforcement, or a new set of challenges. It's going to be a new set of challenges for the black community. Especially those communities that have real high gang activity. Chicago, LA, parts of New York City, parts of Westchester. So we got to understand the significance, man. And we're going to get caught in it. It's guaranteed because we got gang activity. We promote it in our music. We promote it in our music, so here we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So that's it, man. And thanks those who are watching. Thanks those who commented it, man, for this morning. I'm about to get out of here. I will be going to Vegas. I'm going to see Cat Williams. It's a blessing. And please support Black Westchester magazine. You know, we've been out here for a decade, and we've been making it work. We've been making it work. Black Independent News. And we definitely been out here trying to make it work. And thanks everybody for watching. And this is the morning tea. And check out blackwestchester.com. Check us out on Sunday. Me and AJ at 8 p.m. on Sunday. And then on Monday at 8 p.m. Elevation Nation with Tasha Young. On Tuesday, Balling with the Budget. On Tuesday, check us out with Balling with the Budget, where I talk about fragrances that make you smell good, but you don't have to break the bank. You don't have to break the bank. So check that out. God willing, I'll be on Sunday from Vegas, and I'll be on Monday from Vegas. You know? But check us out, y'all. And what other show? Oh, Wellness Wednesdays. Wellness Wednesdays, where we talk about health, wellness, and mental clarity, man. You know, and then Friday in the morning, y'all wake up in the morning. So let's Yeah, man. I need somebody. I need yo, bro. Yeah. And you know what? From a business standpoint, you are absolutely right, brother Jack, man. And I'm not a sports person. You know, maybe AJ want to pick that up, or we get somebody, but you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. That's something I'm going to talk to AJ about today. You know, that we could get some brother to come on that really likes sports. You know, yeah, yo, man. Yeah, please let me know, brother. Hey, Jack, man, let me know, man. Let me know, Brave, because we need that. That'll be great, man. Like on a Sunday morning or whatever, to talk about sports. I'm not a sports person, man. Like you know me, I'd rather just be political. I just didn't understand how black men knew LeBron James and all these stats and and they don't know who their legislator was. Like, how you a county worker, bro, and you've been working for the county 20 years, and you don't even know who your county legislator was. But you could break down every game and dribble Jordan did in his whole career, but you don't know who your county legislator was. You don't even know who your state senator is. Yeah, you are absolutely right, man. But let's talk about that, man. I would love to put something like that together, even if I'm just the engineer, just doing the video in the background, man. I would love to do that. Yep, you're right. You're right, brother. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right, man. Let's talk, man, because I'm going to bring that up to AJ because he likes sports, man. He always talk that stuff, and I just got to get off the phone because it's just not me. Unless it's boxing. I like boxing. Now, I do like boxing. I like one-on-one. I like one-on-one sports, but I always was a boxing fan. I can't wait for that Carissa Shields fight. Because that's an Amazon she fighting, bro. That is a Amazon. I can't wait to watch. I can't wait to watch that fight. If I have to buy. Yeah. I have never been an MMA fan. I've never been an MMA fan. I still like the sweet science of boxing, man. I've watched MMA before, but just the sweet science of boxing, man. Boxing is just it's a sweet science, man. I give it to the MMA fighters. I used to take judo, man, jiu-jitsu. I give it to all that, man. I give it to that. My back can't take no more jiu-jitsu. I just have to just get my gun, man. Because my back can't take no more jiu-jitsu. But, I just try to work out, brother. We in the age, Jack, man, we just got to work out and stay healthy and practice always the last 3 minutes. The fight don't last no longer than 3 minutes, brother. I don't know if you saw my video. I got my fight bag up in here, man. I try to stay healthy. I'm trying to recover from a car accident from 2 years ago, and then I ended up with this. Never heard it before. Plantar fasciitis. Yo, bro, that plantar fasciitis, that's no joke. It's when your muscle and nerve in your foot, like your muscle don't stretch. It's just, man, bruh. Then you gotta wear braces to keep your, bruh. That's no joke. That plantar fasciitis, man, this was the first time I heard of it. Yes, I got it, bro. It's crazy. It is insane. And I didn't know what it was for a long time, because now, man, it takes like, I think it was probably from me running on the treadmill with wrong shoes on. That's what probably happened. Because I didn't have it until I started wearing these shoes for about 6-7 months. And then it started, then I started noticing the pain. So I've been wearing these braces on my feet, and it's been feeling better. But for about 6-7 months, waiting for the doctor's appointment, bro, I was bugging out because I didn't know what it was, and I'm a type 2 diabetic. And I do all my herbal stuff, and I keep the medication as low as possible. So I thought it was the diabetes because, with diabetes, your feet go numb sometimes. When your numbers are high, your feet go numb. And that's what I thought it was. Good morning, brother. That's what I thought it was. Then I started getting nervous because it was getting... Yo, man, I get the pedicures, bro. But That don't stop that numbness. Trust me on that, man. I try to take care of my feet. We have to as men, right? That's part of health and wellness. Pedicures, manicures, all that's part of health and wellness. Let's not get it twisted. All that's part of health and wellness. So, we just have to like, I'm going to do a whole class on that too, man. I'm going to do a whole class because we need to talk about that. We need to talk about skincare. I mean, it's early, man. I ain't shaving nothing. I just jumped on because I got a flight today, and I just want to make sure I get up out of here early and not beat the traffic to JFK. But we have to. We really got to talk about health and wellness and skincare and taking care of our teeth. I see a lot of brothers out there, man, like, yo, come on, man. Like, we gotta. Brim, what's happening, brother? How you doing? Good morning, sir. Hope you have a blessed Friday and a great weekend. So listen, man, we gotta talk about hygiene, man, because I be seeing brothers, man, like, come on. We gotta do better. Then I question all y'all chicks be dealing with these dudes and they don't take care of their teeth. They don't snip the hairs out of their noses. They don't get manicures, pedicures. Nails is all long. Like, I'm like, well, it got to be the money. It has to be the money. Ain't no way. They don't have proper diet. And that's what's really dangerous with this culture that we have, and them promoting, like, having becoming a sex culture. And sisters, you are. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I got a skincare company, and I got to start promoting it more, where it's all natural products, right? It's not for hair, it's just skin, because I'm a skin person, man. Yeah, but we don't support Black hair care companies, right? That make hair products for Black people. Like, we have to start supporting this. This is why it's important, bro. It's important, where I feel with Black Westchester, we can promote these products. So you have Black news, Black products. So for Black people. And it's not being racist, but we just have to do it. We don't do it for ourselves. We do not do it for ourselves. So, I mean, we have to be the change that we want. It can't be anybody else. We have to be the change that we want. And we start with our health and wellness. We start with our spirituality. Thank you, brother. Love you, man. Love you. Love your family, brother. Have a blessed weekend, and be safe, my brother. Be safe. Be safe. But let me get up out of here, man. I've been on here for an hour. Well, 44 minutes. So everybody have a blessed weekend. And just tune in Sunday. We're going to be talking about, on Sunday, surviving the next 4 years economically. How to survive economically, what we need to do. We have some financial advisors coming on, and I think it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show. We need to talk about finance. We need to start trying to save, put up, and we need to start getting in the stocks. We definitely need to start getting in the stocks and supporting black businesses One morning, I'm going to talk about Fanbase, Spoutable. These are black-owned social media companies that have apps. We need to be on them just as much as we're on Instagram and TikTok, right? And Facebook. We need to be sharing information on those black platforms also. So we're gonna have a conversation about that very soon, very, very soon, because Isaac Hayes III owns Fanbase, and I'm not sure AJ knows the brother's name that owns Spoutable, and we're gonna try to get them on the show, or representatives from those platforms to come on the show and talk about the platforms and get people on the platforms, man. So thank you again, and enjoy the weekend, and have a blessed weekend, and have a Blacktastic Friday. And remember, as always, as I say, God is in your vegetables. Peace out.
Start your day with insight and inspiration. Morning Tea with Black Westchester's Damon K. Jones, where life, culture, community, and faith come together.